I am looking into your eyes this morning. My name is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I have the honor of serving spiritual enlightenment and truth focused ministry. And in my serving, I get an opportunity to engage with people in a wonderful way. And that is to engage in spiritual practice. And one of our favorite ways of engaging is practicing mindfulness and meditation. So this is early in the morning. We're here on the Pacific Coast. There are people that are gathered here in this sacred virtual space. And we're here to just quietly warm the day through mindfulness and meditation. So I'm going to invite you, wherever you're at in the world, to join us. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath with me right now. Let's settle into the silence. And you can close your eyes or just simply soften your gaze. And what I like to do is when my eyes are open and my gaze is softened, I always like to look up. Looking up does something for us. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Today's reading is entitled, I Have Joy. And it starts off with a reading or two readings from the Bible. First from Job chapter 41, verse 22, and then from Psalms chapter 4, verse 7, and chapter 30, verse 11. Sorrow is turned into joy before him. Thou hast but put gladness in my heart. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. And finally, thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. I'm inviting you to just simply breathe those words in. And these words may seem foreign to us, for these words were written in a different time or space. But there's this part about our growth and our understanding. The word, and the key word, is gladness. The key word is the dance of life. So I invite you to hear these words from Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. We cannot conceive of the spirit as sad or depressed. There is ever a song at the center of everything. The song is reflected in all nature, turning mourning into dancing. To put off sackcloth means turning to a complete reliance on the divine. To be girded with gladness means to cover ourselves with the threefold nature of good. This is a symbol of divine protection. Turning the mind to God and recognizing the omnipresence of love cause us to rejoice. And as we recognize that in him, pure spirit, we live, move, and have our being. I know that happiness is God's will for me and for everyone. I also know that I cannot gain happiness without giving it. Therefore, I do not expect to be happy unless I make others glad. I radiate happiness to everyone. There is a sense of joy at the center of my being, which everyone will feel. There is no insecurity in this happiness, no sense of impoverishment or fear, no feeling of doubt. Today I turn from everything that depresses and sing a song of praise, of gratitude, and of joy. I am going forward to meet joy, sing the song of the triumph of spirit over all apparent negation. I'm going to invite you to sit with these words right now. As we sit in this silence and we prepare ourselves in consciousness and allow joy, allow gladness to go before us right now. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And today's reading is entitled, I Have Joy. We start with some biblical readings, and we'll start with Job chapter 41, verse 22. Then we'll move to Psalms chapter 4, verse 7, and then Psalms chapter 30, verse 11. And it starts this way. Sorrow is turned into joy before him. Thou hast put gladness in my heart. Thou hast turned me, my mourning, into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me in gladness. We cannot conceive of the spirit as sad or depressed. There is ever a song at the center of everything. This song is reflected in all nature, turning mourning into dancing. It puts off sackcloth. To put off sackcloth means turning to a complete reliance on the divine. To be girded with gladness means to cover ourselves with the threefold nature of good. This is a symbol of divine protection, turning the mind to God and recognizing the omnipresence of love causes us to rejoice as we recognize that in Him, pure spirit, we live, move, and have our being. So we're at that point now where we get to affirm this truth. I'm going to invite you to unmute yourself. And I think it was Hafid who says, I caught the happy virus. I'm going to invite you to join me in infecting yourself with a happy virus. If you're here in this room, unmute yourself. And for those that are on our social platform, if you're in a space where you can speak these words, speak them. And let's do it with Viber. Ready? I know that happiness is God's will for me.
I know that happiness is God's will for me.
And for everyone.
And for everyone.
I also know that I cannot gain happiness.
I also know that I cannot gain happiness
without giving it.
without giving it.
Therefore,
I
do not expect to be happy
do not expect to be happy
unless I make others glad.
unless I make others glad.
I radiate happiness to everyone.
I radiate happiness to everyone.
There is a sense of joy at the center of my being.
There is a sense of joy at the center of my being,
which everyone will feel.
Which everyone will feel.
There is no insecurity in this happiness.
There's no insecurity in this happiness.
No sense of impoverishment or fear.
No sense of impoverishment or fear.
No feeling of doubt.
No feeling of doubt.
Today I turn from everything that depresses.
Today I turn from everything that depresses.
And sing a song of praise.
And sing a song of praise.
Of gratitude and joy.
Of gratitude and joy.
I'm going forth to meet joy.
I'm going forth to meet joy.
Sing the song of the triumph.
Sing the song of the triumph.
A spirit all apparent.
A spirit all apparent.
Negation.
I'm
inviting you to breathe those words in right now. And I'm going to invite you to feel this energy and this vibration that I learned many years ago as I was in sacred service, giving and inspiring students on their journey in their career path and having confidence. There was one person that gave me the gift of just the mantra of joy. Her name was Joy. And every time she'd take a test and she was preparing for this career change, I put this happy face. I gave her candy and I would say, joy, 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 joy. And I'm saying joy, 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 joy for all of us today, knowing that it is this strength, this power, this energy, this vibration that creates the way. It moves into the places because it is part of perfect love in the spaces that we in our human experience are unable to go. And so in this space of joy right now, I know that a healing presence has already revealed itself. I know that that healing presence has moved and it's expressing itself beyond that. It fulfills itself within our bones. It fulfills itself within our blood. It fulfills itself within our mind and our emotions. And it is this energy and this vibration that creatively grows beyond that which we cannot imagine. And it fulfills itself as life, ever giving of itself. So in this space of joy right now, we give it generously and we also receive it generously. We give thanks for this wonderful blessing. We simply smile and we simply allow it to be and affirm. And so it is. And now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
Ashe.
Ah, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I want to look into your eyes. I want to tell you how much you fill my heart with joy. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to lead today in this way. I'm going to invite you to go out and give it away. You got to give it away. Send some joy into the world. You can send joy just simply by radiating a smile and just being fully present with people. We can give joy by simply being our authentic self and giving other people permission to be their true authentic self. Have a blessed day. We love you and we appreciate you. Remember to like and to share. This is how we expand ourselves